right, ladies, welcome to episode 4 of Girl Code. I'm super excited because we have a whole new thing we're doing. I'm going to get into that. The only part I kept of the old part is our fortune cookie part and asking Tyrell some questions. And then the rest of it is going to be on a PowerPoint, which I'm going to show you with my tablet, slide by slide, into the fun parts. Alright, so again, this one in here is we're going to get one challenge for the week, and then in here is the questions to ask Tyrell. Hey, I forgot to do my candle. What the heck? I'm so excited about the giveaway and all the stuff I was doing tonight. I forgot to light my candle. My bad, ladies. And I didn't take my Fitbit off. I'm only supposed to wear it when I work out. Oh, I need to get my shit together. Mondays suck. Alright, so let's get 3 questions out and we'll ask the tarot. 1, 2, perfect. 3 right there. And we'll get 1 challenge for the week. There's 4 different categories of challenges. I don't know which one we're going to get. And the questions, I'm going to use my self-made deck to answer them. And then we'll get into the fun part. Alright, so what do they got here? Do women really live longer than men? We will find out. Do most women feel they do more for men in the home? So, do women feel like they do more for their husbands than the husbands do for them, basically? In the home, anyway. Are most women comfortable or uncomfortable with their bodies and weight? Whew, heavy questions. I know I'm not comfortable with my weight. That's why I'm dieting. After this year we've had. I'm sorry, guys. Look at it. I'll show you. Like, if I go too much this way, you see my ugly ass, where is it? Line thing. And if I go this way, there's like a whole wall of white here. My tablet shows too much. So I cut the white part out. It says Happy Mother's Day, by the way, if you can't read it. And this says, I love you to the moon and back. It's really hard to do this when you have dyslexia. I'm like, wait. Anyway, let's get into your questions. Stop fucking around, South. Are most women comfortable with their bodies and weight? I'll ask it both ways. Are most women... Came right popping out. Nope. So, are more women uncomfortable about their bodies and weight? Are more women uncomfortable about their bodies and weight? Most likely, it says no proof. Most likely, true. Ask again and very likely. So there's no proof. It's not like anybody did a study, Spirit saying, but I feel like in this age, especially after the year we've had, I feel like a lot of people put on a little bit more weight than they normally have on. It either went one way, like you either lost a bunch of weight and you worked on yourself, or you gained a bunch of weight, like me. Baby bump or not, I still gained mad weight. And now I'm working hard to get it off, and I'm uncomfortable in my own skin, and I just feel like it's not necessarily because we're women. I just think it's because with the year we've had. This might change. This answer would probably be changed if I asked again in 6 months. But I really feel like because of world events and because we were all kind of stuck home, a lot of people are just uncomfortable about themselves. And then, you know, we're all sitting home and we're watching celebrities a lot more than we normally do for things. And, you know, they have a certain body image that they keep that's unrealistic to the rest of the world. And that puts a lot of pressure on women as well. So do most women feel they do more for men in the home than men do for them? Do most women feel they do more for men in the home than men do for them in the home? Trying their best, definitely not, and no. Okay, so most women feel like men are trying their best. Wow, women, good job for being patient. I just kind of get the vibe that I think a lot of men are realizing, like, I can't speak for everybody, but a lot of people in my friends group who are men, their moms stayed home when they were younger and like made them dinner every night and did their laundry, and they didn't have much chores. So they grow up with this idea that women are just going to do things. I think men are realizing that women are just kind of done, and they with just being the overall general caretaker of the home. And I think it causes a lot of problems and a lot of bickering. So more than ever, men are inputting more in the home than probably in any other generation. So they're doing their best, and they're definitely trying to learn and break bad habits. They're putting forth an effort, like I said, unlike any other generation. They're doing more. They're learning to cook. They're doing laundry. They're helping the kids clean their room. They're helping their kids with their homework. They're becoming more involved in the home life than, say, our fathers did. Do women really live longer than men? Do women? Oh, no, they didn't. What does that mean? Do women really live longer than men? Ask again. I guess it depends, because I know that women, it is scientifically proven that women live a mere few seconds to a couple minutes longer than men in cold water. I don't know. I think when we were growing up, women were outliving their husbands, but I feel like it's changing. They did. And no. Okay, so they did used to live longer than men, and now they don't. Listen to people like Rosie O'Donnell and how, I've said this a few times. I watched her special, and it's just such a good example of how women always, put everybody, like the kids, if they're sick, they kind of shove it off and they just keep going. But when in serious cases, we get ourselves in trouble because we're really having a heart attack or really having something serious, and we're just putting it off because we have too much to do, or we don't want to deal with it, or we're exhausted as women and as mothers. And I think that's becoming detrimental to our health. Also, women's cancer, uterine cancer, by the time you feel anything, it's already too late. That's why they call it a silent killer. I feel like that's getting a lot of women. I'm trying to think of her name. She was on the MTV Challenge, and she actually passed away of uterine cancer. I'm so sorry. I'm blanking on her name. She was so cool too. I can't think of her name, but that was another woman who openly was very young. I think she got diagnosed in her 20s with it, and she ended up dying. And she was fought it over years, and it kept coming back. So I think uterus issues should be pushed above breast cancer, because a lot of people are on top of breast cancer. You can feel a lump. People get mammograms a lot more than they get tested for uterine cancer. And the symptoms to breast cancer, you can catch it pretty early and live. I'm not saying that people still don't die if they catch it earlier. They do, but uterine cancer is a whole different ballgame, and I think that's why we're not living longer than men anymore, because these are silently killing us. We're too busy. We're not taking care of ourselves. And overall, we jam-pack our schedules, and the last thing we think about is ourselves and our health. So we as women need to get better at that and support each other. So let's look at our challenge for the week. Ooh, it's a body challenge. For the next 5 days, take a relaxing walk after dinner with a friend, spouse, pet, or by yourself. So get out and walk, basically, which is perfect time of year. The weather's great, but this is more about centering your mind before bed. I know that sometimes I have to walk before bed because I have insomnia, and just being outside helps clear the stress and anxiety of the day. But also about getting a little bit of exercise, and burning that food off before you go to bed is an excellent way to lose some weight. So, with that part over, let's get into the fun part, shall we? Let me turn on. I have so many gadgets, I forget where the buttons are on each one. Alright, so I got this little stick to be my little pointy. It says Girl Code Episode 4, Monday, May 3rd, which is today. A space created by a woman for women everywhere. Bing! I'm not going to get up close. I mean, it's nothing special. But I really put some work into this. Alright. Instead of just telling you things, I'm going to read it, and then I'll show you the picture. See if I can blow it up. No, this one won't let me do it. But this week's Career Woman of the Week is dun dun dun. Can you see her face? Oops. Every time I go to move it. There we go. If I do it this way. Kelly Clarkson. I love her. She's my Career Woman of the Week. It says Kelly Clarkson came on the scene as a contestant on American Idol, where she slayed it all season and took home the much-deserved win. From her win and currently, she has been a powerhouse woman in the music world, known for her powerful talent and her sweet and real nature. Kelly has also tried her hand at being an actress and is a natural there as well. I forget what the movie's called, but it was with another contestant. She was with Justin. Remember that movie? I forget what it's. She's been in a lot of other stuff, but she has hosted many things, including her own show, The Kelly Clarkson Show, which is a talk show that airs on daytime TV and is very successful. She is also a judge on The Voice, helping to find the next music star. She's one of my favorite judges. Like, if I was somebody who went on that show, no fucking doubt about it. Kelly! Not just because I'm a fan, because she's sick-ass talent. Christina was on there as well, Christina Aguilera. I would have had a hard time picking between Christina Aguilera and Kelly Clarkson because those voices are phenomenal in their own rights. I'd be like, eeny, meeny, miny, mo. What the fuck do I do? Alright, so Kelly also has 2 children and balances being a woman in charge of her creative career as well as a mom who tucks her kids in and gets them off to school in between. So not only is she a badass, multi-dimensional career woman, she holds it down as a mom, which we all know isn't easy. All right, she is a natural country girl and supports country music and blue-collar people. She never forgot where she came from, which makes her all the more relatable. Kelly has sang the national anthem at a lot of massive events and sporting events and has appeared on many commercials over the years. There's nothing Kelly won't try in her career if it pulls to her soul. She is a force that will only help women grow more powerful in her industry. She is a great role model and a person we can all connect to. That's why Kelly Clarkson. Oh, sorry, it's so glary. I thought this was going to go so well. What am I going to do for my fashion one? I'm going to have to turn one of the lights off. Anyway, Kelly, we love you. Moving on. All right, this week's female influencer of the week is, I don't know if you can tell, Duchess Kate. She's actually there with Charlotte. We'll get there because Charlotte's in the news this week too. Duchess Kate is in the news this week. I think that's what you call her. Is it princess or duchess? I'm pretty sure it's a duchess, right? I don't know. Duchess Kate is the news and let me refresh. Bing, let's pretend that never happened. Duchess Kate is in the news this week celebrating her 10-year wedding anniversary with husband Prince William, which is not an easy feat. I'm almost 16 years into my relationship. Bravo, people. I don't know many people that have made it as far as we have, or as long, or even 10 years. My neighbors, they're the same amount of years as us. Isn't that crazy? And in the same year, I met Steve. His brother lives next door. He met his lady in the same year. Crazy, right? Anyway, where was I? With her husband, Prince William, as well as young Princess Charlotte turned 6 this week, which is a super cute video you should Google. Or not video. That was for their wedding anniversary. There's 2 things that's cute that you should Google. Will and Kate put up a cute little family video to celebrate their 10-year anniversary with all the kids. It was adorable, very quick, just enough to be like, ah. And then Duchess Kate took a picture. She's taking a lot of pictures of all the kids' birthdays. It's like a thing that they release a photo. And she's taken, I think, them all. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think she's taken all the kids. And Charlotte's, it's not in this one, but she looks so grown up. And she looks like her grandma so much. All right, so where were we? For the last 10 years, Kate has been standing strong and confident in her role as a royal. She works with charities to help people with mental issues, parenting, and many, many causes that only enrich the world and her people. She is soft-spoken and is very professional at her job. She smiles and waves and treats everyone with respect. She has a killer fashion sense that women look up to and love. She is a positive role model for all women. I have no doubt that sweet little princess Charlotte will also grow up to love her people too, and to work hard to better their lives and the world around her, all the while stunning in her fashion and being a sweet example of a lady, just like her mama. I think people assume that being a duchess is easy. I highly doubt many things come easy for her in this role she portrays. It's very stressful, and everything she does is out in front of the whole world. I think her stunning example of mental wellness and how she handles that pressure is something a lot of people respect about her. It takes a strong woman to wear her shoes. And honey, she wears them like a boss. Good job, Kate. Much of what she wears sells out. What she is into, the world wants to know about it. People are fascinated by her and they listen to her. She influences so many in a gracious way that not many can pull off. That's why Duchess Kate is the female influencer of the week. By the way, I'll put my Facebook page in the description box. This whole PowerPoint I just posted there before because they always get a sneak peek. So you can see the actual pictures I use better. Before I do my fashion blog, I'm going to fix this lighting problem so you can actually see the shit. We're working out the kinks this week, guys. Alright, who is the powerhouse lady of the week? Lady of power, I picked Lady Gaga. I mean, you gotta pick Lady Gaga for Lady... Stop switching on me. Can you even see it? Can you see her? There you go. Not that anybody doesn't know who Lady Gaga is. Lady Gaga is a force to be reckoned with. If Lady Gaga comes for you, the whole world comes with her. She is very vocal about the LGBTQ community and puts up a hell of a fight for the equality, as well as supporting women who had rough histories and fights for women's equality. She fights for animals, self-love, and helping those less fortunate. Her voice is so powerful that a mere mention of your name out of her mouth could make or break your life. Her fans are so plenty and so powerful that they're known to get shit done when it comes to movements and making changes. She uses her voice when she is called to, and because of it, people sit up and listen. No one ever really knows what to expect from her, and she changes so much that she is unpredictable and seems to adapt to the world like a chameleon. And the world follows her more than its own leaders at times. That is why Gaga is a powerhouse of a lady, because she has power with the people and uses it when necessary, not for herself, but because a change in her heart and the world needs to be made. She is not afraid to be herself or to shatter glass ceilings. She is 100% unapologetically herself at all times. That in itself is a superpower. So good job, Lady Gaga. Let's move on to sports history. We're going to do 3 women. I'm going to tell 3 women, not 4. Jesus. About sports history. You might not know of them. I'm just going to tell you a little tale. This is Bonnie Blair. Can you see her picture? I don't know if you remember her. I was very little when she won, so I didn't know of her until I looked her up. But let's learn a little bit about Bonnie Blair. Bonnie Blair is listed as the greatest woman speed skater in history. From 1988 to 1994, Bonnie Blair won 5 gold medals and 1 bronze medal over 4 Olympic Games for speed skating, including a double-double from 1992 to 1994 in the 500-meter and the 1,000-meter race. She was like magic to watch, and she was like a god on her skates. She will go down in history as one of the most powerful figures on ice in all of history. She has yet to be beat. So, Bonnie Blair, there you go, the little badass speed skater. Good job, Bonnie. Hats off to you. All right, let's talk about Gertrude. Erdell? Pedro? English people know who she is. Well, they should anyway. The first woman to have ever crossed and swam while swam across the English Channel in 1926, even besting the men's time before her by 10 hours. So not only was she the first woman to ever cross the English Channel, but she did it 10 hours faster than all the men before her. Whoop whoop, badass alert! She also won a gold medal in 1924 and 2 bronze medals in the same year for swimming. She was known as a powerful swimmer that was a huge part in the athletic climb for women in that time and in history in general. She was tough and refused to never give up when faced with a challenge. She was a fearless go-getter that put us women on the map. Literally. Beating men, kicking their asses. Look at her. She even looks like a badass. I love it. Alright. My favorite female athlete of all fucking time. Mia Hamm. Do you remember Mia? You should, especially if you live in the United States. Mia Hamm is a national icon in the soccer world, or football in England, or United Kingdom, right? I think they all say football. World, and single-handedly brought major popularity to soccer in the United States. I loved her. I was playing soccer when she was playing soccer, and I used to pretend I was Mia Hamm in my games, and not even a fucking lie. Mia was famous for whipping off her shirt at the end of the game she won, and was known for being a tough player that wouldn't back down, and was also one hell of a team player. She was a good captain. Mia Hamm and her team won the United States 2 World Cups and 2 gold medals in the Olympics for soccer. When Mia retired, she accumulated more international goals than any player, man or woman. Doesn't matter what country, she scored more goals than anybody. So that's why Mia Hamm is my badass of the week as far as sports goes. Love you, Mia. If you ever see this, oh my God, I was still fangirling out. Like, Mia, I don't want to hide, but I don't at the same time. All right, let's talk about women in history. You probably don't know much about these women. I just like to teach you a little. I'm going to show you their pictures. This is women activism history. This is Mary Church Tyrell. She lived from September 23rd, 1863 to July 24th, 1954. And that is what she looks like. You see her? Not the glare. Mary Church Tyrell was the first African American woman to earn a college degree in the United States. She became known as a national activist for civil rights and women's suffrage. She taught in the Latin department of the first ever African American high school, which was in Washington, D.C., and the first African American high school at all in the United States. And she taught in Latin, and no offense to her, Latin was boring. So God bless her for having to teach that. She was known for her patience and for speaking in a way that made people sit up and listen. She was smart and determined to change the world and to help other African Americans and women get the educations they deserve. Woo! Good job, Mary. All right, let's move on to Lucy Stone. She lived from August 13th, 1818 to October 18th, 1893. A lot of 18s in her life. That's what she looked like. Pretty lady. Lucy Stone was the first woman from Massachusetts to earn a college degree. She was known as a prominent U.S. orator, abolitionist, and suffragist, and a vocal advocate and organizer promoting rights for women. Sorry, I had a cold last week. It's still messing with my voice. She was fierce and stood up in a time when women were punished for doing so. Her fearless, relenting nature helped to change the history for all African Americans and women. So yay, Lucy Stone! Round of applause for her. Can't clap. And the last one we'll learn about, of course, is Susan B. Anthony. You hear her name around here a lot. She lived from February 15th, 1820 to March 13th, 1906. Susan B. Anthony was an American social reformer for women's rights and played a pivotal role in the women's suffrage movement. She was born to a Quaker family who believed in the equality of all people. When she was 17 years old, she collected anti-slavery petitions, and this was the beginning of a very long career in this department. Because in 1856, she became a New York State agent for the American Anti-Slavery Society, which went on to battle the end of slavery in America. She also helped begin the Women's Loyal National League and conducted the largest petition drive in the United States at the time, collecting 400,000 signatures to support the end of slavery. 400,000 signatures in that time? That's incredible. Susan B. Anthony was an amazing lady. Let's move on. I know you like to learn about royal traditions and rules. So we hear all about these rules that certain people have broken. So let's learn some rules that maybe you don't know. I'm extending the list from last week. These are all new ones. So whoever is married to a queen or king has to walk behind them for all events once they are crowned. So when Prince Philip married Queen Elizabeth, he always walked behind her because she's the sovereign. So even if it's the husband and the wife is queen, the husband must walk behind the wife. It's whoever the sovereign is goes first, and their spouse always behind them, always that supporting role. It's not to say anything less about their spouses. It's just the sovereign always comes first in their country. You must accept all gifts graciously, even if you don't want it or like it. You have to pretend like you like it, accept it. There is no denying any gift. If somebody comes to the palace and gives the queen a gift, she must smile and accept it, including all other members of the royal family. They always must travel with an all-black outfit in case someone passes away when they are away. This started because Queen Elizabeth was actually on tour when her father died, and she didn't have anything to wear. They're supposed to wear black when someone dies, so she had to wait on the plane for somebody to bring her funeral attire so she could be seen leaving the plane in black clothing. So from then on, Queen Elizabeth made it a rule that you must always travel with the funeral outfit just in case. Where was I? 2 heirs cannot fly together after the age of 12. So Prince William won't be able to fly with Prince George after he is 12 years old in case of an accident. This is to protect the crown. So unfortunate, God forbid, knock on wood everybody, but say Prince William was in a plane and something happened to his plane, they still have Prince George to be a sovereign one day. So they separate after a certain age. He can fly with his dad right now because he's a little guy, but once he turns 12, can't. I'm pretty sure Charlotte and Louis can fly with his dad, but George and Will won't be able to fly together because George is the next in line behind Will. I think that's how it works. Strict dress codes. They always must dress modestly and never overtly casual. So they can't wear sweatpants or anything like running suit. They can wear shorts and stuff, but they have to have a nice they have to be nice clothes that don't look like comfy clothes. Basically is what I'm getting at. Most are not allowed to wear nail polish. And if you are, you can only wear clear or nude colors like light pinks, nothing bright, like no black, no red, nothing that's going to cause any attention, very light. But I did read on there that Duchess Kate isn't allowed to wear nail polish. Why? The queen is never allowed to sit on a foreign throne even if offered. So even if the Queen Elizabeth went to France, and I don't know if they have kings and queens in France, but if the king was like, yeah, sit on my throne, the queen must say, no, I can't sit on a foreign throne. When a royal leaves the table, they never announce it or why they are leaving. All they are allowed to say is, excuse me, and they must be discreet. So basically, if you're in the middle of dinner and you have to pee, you can't be like, I'll be right back, I have to go to the bathroom. That's never going to come out of your mouth if you are a royal. You just simply say, excuse me, and you discreetly leave, and then you discreetly come back. Or if you just feel like getting the fuck out of there, you just say, excuse me, and discreetly leave, and then don't come back. There's no explanation given. Where? This is so little, I'm trying to read it. Tiaras are only worn by married women. So if you see someone, that's why they wear them on their wedding day. They're getting married that day. So you can't be Princess Charlotte and have tiara. She's one little and two not married. So you have to either be your wedding day or married to wear one. They're not allowed to give autographs or do selfies with anyone. So if you ask a royal for an autograph, they're going to say no or come up with an excuse. If you ask to get a selfie with the royals, they're all going to say no. That's not allowed. So don't ask. The queen signals when she is done with a conversation or when she is ready to move on by moving her purse from her left arm to her right arm. So if the queen is like talking to you and she moves her purse from the left arm to the right arm, you're supposed to know that she doesn't want to talk anymore. Or her staff is supposed to be clued that she's ready to move on to greet the next person. It's all about the purse. You're not allowed to touch the queen's purse either, ever, because she uses it like, not only does she switch it from arm to arm and it means something, but where she puts it also means something. When it's sit on her lap, it means something. So she talks to her staff and gives clues to other people very subtly through a handbag. It's kind of remarkable. I want these rules. When I want to talk to someone, can I just move my purse from the left arm to the right arm? Like, I'm over this shit. I'm stealing that rule, queen. I am stealing it. Nobody will know what it means though. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with that lady? So this is a silly rule. They believe that 6 ravens must live in the Tower of London. 6 at all times. They must have 6 ravens, or they feel like it's like if they have 5 and not 6, the monarchy is going to fall. It's like a bad omen or a bad sign that the monarchy is in trouble. And before this interview, might I just remind everybody, there might be onto something, but before the Harkles went on their whole shitstorm and talked to Oprah and all that, one of their ravens died for a short time, and they only had 5. And guess who came for the monarchy? Maybe it's not crazy after all. Alright, so your wedding, last one of the week is your wedding dress must be approved by the king or queen. So you can't just wear whatever you want on your wedding day. You have to, I don't know if you have to put it on and show the queen, or the dress is just shown to the queen, but you have to get her A-OK on it. If she don't like it, you ain't wearing it. Crazy, right? In that country, the bride does not get a say. She picks out your tiara and your dress. All right, let's talk about trending TV shows. I picked 3. Some of them are starting this week. Some are starting down the road. So, trending TV shows to watch this spring. Number 1 is called Pride. And it starts on May 14th at 8 p.m. on FX. And this is expected to be huge. Pride is a 6-episode miniseries that tells 6 different LGBTQ plus filmmakers' stories about the civil rights movement from the 1950s till today. So they're talking about the LGBTQ and their fight for equality all the way back from 1950 till now. And it's a 6-episode series. This is expected to talk about what it is like to be a part of this community from the 1950s compared to now, and how it all came together into one giant movement. A lot of people are excited to see this, and a lot of people hope it will go a long way to helping people understand and walk a mile in the shoes of another. It is a tool to educate and inspire. You should definitely check this out. I couldn't find a picture of this show, so I just put this lovely gay pride parade in there. They surprisingly didn't have a picture for the show, but I think it's because it didn't air. And it's a little bit away with May 14th, 8 p.m. on FX. It's called Pride. It's only 6 episodes. I'm sure it's going to be great, so check that out. Next one, we have trending TV shows to watch this spring. Number 2, The Drowning. I think I spelled it wrong. I think it's called The Drowning. It starts May 6th on Sundance Now or Acorn TV. This is about a family that has divorced and crumbled apart after after their 4-year-old son vanished 9 years prior. So now the husband and wife are divorced, the family's falling apart. 9 years prior, their 4-year-old son just vanished without a trace. Around the 9th anniversary of her son vanishing, the mother thinks she sees a boy that could be her son. She must find out and try to convince her family and the community to help her prove it is him, and to figure out where he went and how he is back. It is predicted to be a new family drama thriller that will keep you on your toes. The Drowning, even though I spelled that wrong at the top. That's what the actors are. I don't know if you can see them. I don't think they're A-listers. There's like brand new actors, which I like. So, The Drowning, May 6th on Sundance Now and Acorn TV. Another one that's trending a lot. This is starting Tuesday, May 4th on Netflix. It's the Selena series. This is a returning tale from movie to now a TV series. If you were a big fan of Selena, or the Selena movie with J-Lo, a lot of people are saying it is good and is gearing up to be a good show to watch and discuss with your friends. We are expected to learn even more about her than was in the first movie, and it is definitely worth checking out. So we're going to learn more about Selena that they didn't share in the movie with J-Lo. Also, if you're a fan of The Walking Dead, it's actually Rosita plays Selena. You might recognize, it's hard to see her in the picture, but if you watch The Walking Dead, Rosita is Selena. So I was happy for that because I like that actress. Let's talk about trending music. We're going to talk about the top 10 songs this week on the Billboard music charts. So check out any of these artists, and I'm sorry if I say them wrong because I'm old now and I don't keep up, and it's like, I feel like every week there's a new name. I'm like, who the fuck is that? I'm old. Alright, so number 1 was Rap Star by Polo 6. Number 2 is Leave the Door Open, Silk Sonic with Bruno Mars and Anderson .Paak. I think that's how you say it, right? Peaches, number 3, Justin Bieber featuring Daniel Caesar and Givon. Number 4, Montero, Call Me By Your Name with Lil Nas X. Number 5, Levitating, Dua Lipa featuring DaBaby. I like Dua Lipa. Save Your Tears is number 6, The Weeknd. Number 7, Astronaut in the Ocean by Masked Wolf. Number 8, Kiss Me More by Doja Cat featuring Sa, S-C-A. How do you say it? Do you spell it or do you say it? Somebody put that in the comments. I was wondering that myself. Number 9, Up by Cardi B. And number 10, Driver's License by Olivia Rodrigo. So those songs are worth checking out because they're everywhere. And those artists. Alright, trending outdoor activities this spring. What are people doing outside right now? What's trending? Obedience school. I don't know if you can see it. A lot of people with new little pets over the past year of quarantining. Let's get it together, South. So all these people out here that bought pets to give them some company through the quarantine are now old enough to go to obedience school, and they definitely need it. So everybody who got a puppy through this whole mess is like, all right, well, obedience schools are opening again because it's nice out. They can hold outdoor classes. I know the obedience schools around here have been closed all year. They just reopened, so everybody's like rushing in. With the world opening up a bit, outdoor classes are now allowed to reopen, and doggy school is in full swing this spring. A lot of dog schools are filling up as people rush in to get their little pets trained. Now that it is warm enough to be outside and it is safer to be around people, this is the number 1 on most household lists. Get the dog to obedience school. They're probably done trying to teach the dogs themselves. That first 2 years with my dog was holy hell. She was a Marley and me times 50. Trending outdoor activities this spring, number 2. I see a lot of people, and it's also trending, a lot of people talking about washing their windows. I didn't think this was going to be a thing, but hey. Since the sun is shining bright in most places, people are noticing the winter was pretty dirty to their windows, and they want to let the light shine in. A lot of people are outside hosing off windows this month or hiring people to come and clean their windows and their siding. I think a lot of people have taken a lot of pride in their property over this pandemic, and they want their houses to look just as nice as their yards. A lot of homes are also getting a fresh roof, which is 2 houses down. That's what they did this weekend. They put on a new roof. I'm seeing that a lot. Roofing and new siding and getting a new fresh coat of paint. It's all trending. Everybody's getting their house ready for pretty summer and the summer light. We don't get much light for many months around here, so we want to make sure every ounce of that light comes in our houses. Trending outdoor activities this spring, building kids' playhouses and forts. A lot of people are, parents weren't prepared for this pandemic. They had them home all last summer, and now they're like, oh shit, school's about to, they got to go back to school for a couple months, the last couple months. But school's going to be ending very soon, and they need something to do over the summer. And, although things are opening up, a lot of things in my state still aren't open. So they're like, we need something for these kids to do. So you're seeing a bunch of playhouses pop up, whether they're the pre-made ones that you can just paint with your kids, or people are actually building them in their house. Setting up trampolines is another big thing. Putting in playgrounds in the backyard. Basically getting their kids ready for summer. And not only their kids, but their dogs. I'm seeing a lot of people putting in dog kennels. But overall, and putting in pools is huge. I think that's happening all over the country. With the pools being closed, we're not sure if they're going to open this summer again. Everybody wants a pool. So, like I said, getting those yards ready for summer is priority number 1. Now let's talk about some things you can do outside to lose a little weight or be active and get out there and do some stuff. What's trending? Surprisingly enough, which I love, number 1 this week is adult kickball leagues are making a comeback. Kickball is my favorite. I love kickball. I love playing it when I was in school. I don't care if it's a kid game. I would rather play kickball than softball. I'm a soccer player. Just saying. Adult kickball leagues are making a comeback this spring because it is very easy to stay distant, and it is not something really demanding after a year of no activity. It is a way to get away from the kids and have some adult fun with your spouse and other spouses, or a way to meet other singles as well. It also does not cost a lot to play or to get the supplies you need to play. It's probably one of the cheapest sports. You just need shoes and some clothes, 3 bases, and a kickball. That's it. I'm very hopeful to start one in my area as well, so I can join too. I want one so bad. I haven't heard about this in my area, but it is trending all over the internet. They're like, sign up for kickball. I'm like, I want to. And you can also come up with your own team names, and you can be funny with it too, since it's an adult league. Trending ways to be active outside, number 2. With the golf courses opening up and everyone getting out there to play golf, putt golf is also making a strong comeback this year. Mostly because you can play as a family with little kids, and it's not so demanding if you're not an avid golfer. Being outside and being able to do something fun is number 1 on everyone's spring list. Not only is this fun for families, but it is also a great place to take a date to get to know each other while you play, or to reconnect with your friends that you have not seen through the pandemic. Also, a way to social distance with other players. You just stay in your home. I don't know if you can see it if you don't know what putt golf is. There we go. See, it's like a mini golf, some people call it. Trending ways to be active outside, number 3. Surprisingly enough, relay races are a thing this year. Relay races was once something that you did in school. Not this year. People are getting creative for their get-togethers and outings. I think people are also looking for ways to raise some money for causes they believe in or people in need in their area. A lot of people do runs, but surprisingly, people are deciding to try some team relay races instead. It gets people together after a long time apart for some fun and some good causes, and it's a way to trim some of that fat we gained over quarantine. So relay races might be a thing with as far as charities this summer and the spring. Instead of going on like a 5K or some kind of swim or some kind of walk, they're now wanting to make you put together a team and play a relay race. So let's talk about some food and drinks to close it up. Let's go for breakfast. What is trending this spring? What is what can I wake up and make myself for breakfast that's trending? Eggs Benedict, my friend. It's all the rage. It's all people are talking about. Have you made eggs Benedict? Yeah. The ingredients you need for this is 8 slices of Canadian bacon, 2 teaspoons of chives, 2 egg yolks large, 8 eggs large, 2 teaspoons of lemon juice, and you can find the recipe available on Pinterest. So I wanted to show you what it looks like one more time. What kind of drink should you have with that Eggs Benedict? Well, in spring, what is trending? Of course, everybody's favorite is the easy strawberry banana smoothie. Your ingredients you need is 1 container of 6-ounce Greek fat-free strawberry yogurt, 1.5 cups of skim milk, 1 cup, you can switch that out if you don't do dairy, you can put your dairy substitute in there, 1 cup frozen unsweetened fresh strawberries, 1 medium banana sliced into 1 cup, and you can find the recipe on bettycrocker.com. Doesn't that look yummy? I just want to drink it. Strawberry banana is my favorite smoothie, so I feel you. And I like mixed berry as well. Let's go to lunch. What's trending for lunch? Well, a Mediterranean chickpea salad. It's not my first choice, but it does look yummy. For the ingredients, you need 2 cans of chickpeas, 1 red bell pepper chopped, 1 cup chopped red onion, 1 cup diced cucumber, 1 cup halved grape tomatoes, and you can find this recipe on Eat with Clarity. I mean, obviously you can cut the sizes down if it's just one of you, but that's what it looks like. Super easy and light for summer and cheap. Like, this is something you can make all summer and save, and it's filling, it's good on your diet, good to your body. All right, what should you drink with that Mediterranean chickpea salad? And this is going to be big this spring because it's trending. A lot of people are talking about the perks and the health benefits of drinking white tea. And since it's warmer out, now we're drinking iced white tea. And that's what it should look like. Super yummy. The ingredients is 4 white tea bags, honey to taste. That's optional. You don't have to add the honey if you don't want to. 1 lemon cut in wedges, plus extra to serve it with if you're doing it for more than one person. 5 mint springs and extra if you have more people drinking it. You can find the recipe on delicious.com. But yeah, iced white tea is going to be a big thing this spring, especially with everybody dieting. So let's talk about dinner. What's trending for dinner this spring? Garlic chicken and broccoli cashew stir fry. Stir fry is all the rage. This is the most popular one that everybody's talking about. The ingredients you're going to need is 1/4 cup soy sauce, 3 garlic cloves minced, 3 tablespoons brown sugar, 1 teaspoon of sesame oil, 1 pound chicken cut into bite-sized pieces, and you can find the recipe at therecipecritic.com. That's what it looks like. Super yummy. It's making me hungry. And what kind of cocktail are people drinking at home this spring? What's trending? Well, strawberry gin smash, it's called. That's what it looks like. It's really cute. The ingredients you need is 2 tablespoons of granulated sugar, 2 limes juiced, about 1/4 cup of lime juice, 1 pound fresh strawberries, 2 cups of gin, 3 cups of club soda, and you can find the recipe at thekitchen.com. Of course, you're not going to make that much for just yourself unless you want to get really drunk. Alright, so that ends and concludes our girl code. If you like this, if you like the tablet, I know it's bright and hard to see. Would you rather have me do it this way or just read from cards? Let me know some feedback. I'm only doing one more episode of this series I have to get at least 25 likes to keep it between this episode and next episode. If I don't get 25 likes on either of them, I'm just going to drop it because not enough women are responding. And I want to keep growing my channel and keep things that work. Keep things that work because this takes a lot of time. This actually took me 3 hours to put together. Again, in the description box, I will put my Facebook page so you can go in and you can find this PowerPoint presentation. I post the clip right on my board, so you can just hit it and it takes you right to my PowerPoints. All the PowerPoints I'm doing tonight are on there already. What I'm doing throughout this week is already on there. Facebook always gets a sneak peek at what I'm doing. Again, if you want to keep this is something you like Girl Code, you like learning about sports history and activism history and just talking about stuff that's trending, please like this below. Let me know you want to keep it. You only have one more chance after this. So next week may be the last Girl Code we get. Again, I have to get 25 likes to keep it on this one and the next one, and we'll go from there. If I get 25 likes, I'll keep making them. Thank you so much for your time. Thanks for popping by. Stay tuned. I'm going to do a fashion PowerPoint about what to wear this spring that's trending for all different kinds of events, for all different kinds of sizes. I'm not just talking to the model girls out there. I'm talking to all women. I'm going to show you pictures. I'm going to point out things and really get down to the nitty-gritty of what's in style this spring, how to wear it right, how to look your best, and do that damn thing, honey. See you next week, ladies. Have a great week. Bye.